I can't believe it. I've made a massive mistake. It's got to be changed.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, we've been building our tiny home completely from scratch over the last year.
And this episode, we're moving on to one of the most exciting things that we've been planning and thinking about before we even had the house in the first place, which is this beautiful space here, our lounge room, which up until now has basically been a very glamorous Leo bedroom / kind of a makeshift couch. Served its purpose, but we are buzzing for this next step.
It's definitely been a challenge living in the tiny home while we're building it, but it does mean that we get to be very intentional with the spaces that we're putting together. And this is one that we are so excited about.
We've got a few really cool features that we think you're going to love, but we'll keep that a bit secret for now. So we're just going to get stuck straight into it and see how far we go. So for the lounge room, we're starting from the bottom up, which includes this absolute mess under here and a missing step that I had to remove when building the kitchen, however long ago that was. Now, the plan is, underneath here is all completely storage. We have a hidden door on the outside of the house that we can access from the backside, but it's kind of impractical to get to more often than not. So we are going to need to figure out an organized system under here. The step here is also going to be a pull-out drawer that I think is going to house our shoes. Hopefully they all fit.
Water break.
Don't mind us, Leo. Thankfully, this is a nice entry-level way to start this project off. I've already got my timber that I need. Let's start cutting some wood.
Wow. That's satisfying.
Almost. That's where we are.
Nice. He's doing it.
I'm now moving on to the part of the lounge room that I'm absolutely most excited about. It is sort of the basis of the entire space, which is the big L-seater couch. So we'll be running a nice low, big, comfy couch along here and all the way under the window with a little surprise at the end, but we're not going to tell you what that is just yet. I'm boxing it out so that it's completely built in. I am still going to make it separatable and movable for the sake of moving the tiny house, but also if in years to come we want to change it, we're not locked in with a really hard to disassemble couch. So I've got my timber from the hardware store. Let's get framing. There it is. That's pretty cool.
This is really exciting. It's funny because it looks very low at the moment, but obviously we're accounting for cushions and the fact that most couches actually start quite low, the base.
Yeah, it's funny seeing couches without cushions and things on them. It's amazing how small and weird they seem, which is why I was tripping a bit when it came to actually figuring out how low or high we wanted the couch to be and how deep we wanted it to be. They're way deeper than they look, but way lower than they look, which is kind of weird to think when you're actually just mapping it out. But with this done, this is just a test fit, so we're going to have to take this back out because we are going to be...
Come on up. Hi.
What do you reckon, bud? It's not a double bed, but it's pretty close. We'll be taking this back outside because we still have to do all the flooring for this area before we put this on top. And before we can do the flooring, we've also got to do a bit of cladding, but I'm going to leave that for another day. I'm chuffed with how this turned out.
Yeah, this is really exciting.
Now it's time to glue and screw the fibre cement sheets to the front faces of all the couch. I've decided to do this in two separate sections almost all the way to the end for a couple of reasons. One being it's way less messy to have to do it in there. Two means we can still keep our little Leo couch set up and our own couch set up for the time being until it's done. But also it means that I can actually separate this in the future if we ever decide to change designs or if we're pushing it for transporting this tiny house with too much weight. Obviously tiles adds a lot more weight to it, so that way at least we can disconnect the two, remove them for transporting, and that way we'll be able to get rid of heaps of extra weight instantly out of the couch. So in theory this should work, and hopefully once it's all said and done, my measurements are right. Once I've got the fibre cement sheets, the adhesive tiles, they all slip together perfectly and they can be removed. But we'll find out once it all comes down to it.
I feel like we need to put that on a shirt for you that says, in theory, this should work.
It's behind your breath.
I think you've proven time and time again, Glenn, that you can do it and it will work. When will you have the confidence?
This is scaring me a little bit. Because if I do all this and it doesn't fit, we're going to have a beautiful tiled couch outside.
Drained as we lose our night. The parts that hurt us paralyzed. Sit a while, push the moon, sink quietly into.
We're gonna lose all this room for breakdancing.
Yeah, well, what are we gonna do?
It's flooring day! Who's excited? We are!
Yeah, obviously.
Are you?
We've clearly been making the most of our coffee machine. But it's time to lay the floors. Now, we're going to do this before putting the couch on because I think I mentioned earlier that it will be movable, the couch itself. So this way we'll have smooth flooring, it'll be super seamless all the way up to underneath the couch so it all looks really nice and organic and crisp. We've got on and off rain here, so we're really making the most of trying to quickly run out, make a couple cuts, run back inside. The flooring we're using is a composite hybrid. We thought about a few different options. The price point is a really big one, but also the weight as well, obviously bearing in mind this is a tiny home, and yes, we are tiling our couch, but I am making it movable. Flooring is going to take a lot of this space. Are you listening? Good. And this is far lighter, but the price point also is massive, and they've come a long way in terms of the quality of them, so we're really stoked. We've got a spotted gum composite that has a nice variety, but it's still really nice and uniform. So it's pretty amazing that this is not real wood. Can you believe it?
And we did spend all of our money on our coffee setup.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't have noticed in the last episode, so.
We've got a bullnose piece here that we're going to be able to put along this front edge. So I'm going to, what's called picture frame, like you do with a deck, do the front edge, and then I have to do miter joins on these details around the corner, around that Leo's blocking right now. And then along this side wall as well, Continuing the running planks, because the hallway where you are, it's going to be running lengthways with the house. We're going to keep the panels running this way too. But obviously I need to nail this border first, and then from there it should be super smooth sailing, just clipping them in place. Happy days.
Let's do it. Let's get some flooring. Woohoo! Mwah.
Oh. Like a glove. That's nice.
We have our frame.
Flooring.
We have our frame.
I'm so nervous. Now, normally for stairs, you're supposed to do the back to front version and then glue the front piece with the bullnose. But because this is the corner, this has to be absolutely perfect and I base everything off it, I'm actually gluing the picture frame first and then I'll just be able to clip in all the other bits after that. But this front edge is so important.
I'm surprised you didn't hand make these floors.
I should have. What am I thinking? Start again.
So turns out the adhesive takes 4 hours to start setting in, which means we just have to wait. Thought we were on a roll.
Got the border done. It's funny because now, like, once the border has set, you just lay the boards and they're almost exactly full boards and they just clip in. You don't glue them, you do nothing, you literally just clip them in. So actually covering the floor is going to take about 5 minutes, but we just have to wait for this.
Lots to do in the meantime, though.
I can't believe it, but now that I've finally glued and screwed the fibre cement sheets on, I've made a massive mistake. The way I planned for this to go was perfectly spaced tiles, and I've made the armrest too fat to the point that I can't save it with extra spacing and I'd need to add a little sliver on the very edge, which for anyone that knows me, knows that that's just not good enough. So frustrating that I can't salvage a whole lot other than screws from this. I think I'm just going to have to make another one. Thankfully, the other long side is fine. I don't need to touch that. But the armrest and everything is just... it's got to be changed. Trip to Bunnings tomorrow morning. I guess rinse and repeat for what I just did yesterday.
All right, it's been, what, 4 hours, 5
Wow.
hours? Who knows? All day. And we're back.
And we're back.
We have a floor.
That's pretty exciting.
Very exciting. And most of the floor is going to get covered up, but, you know, step in the right direction.
Yeah, it's not real gross old plywood anymore. Here. Not there yet, but here. I love it. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, it does. Gives a nice warmth to the space.
Well, it took way longer than it should have, purely just waiting for adhesive to dry, but probably. Come on, look, mate.
Come on up. You like it?
Yeah, you like the floor?
You like
You
it?
like the floor? Look at it.
Yeah, give us your approval.
What do you reckon? But it's time for dinner.
See you tomorrow.
You like it?
What do you think?
This is gonna be your bed.
He's like, it doesn't look very comfy.
It's smaller than the last one, but we did it.
We did it. Almost.
Almost.
We did the base, we did the foundation.
I was gonna say, we have a long way to go, but we've got the foundation here and it looks pretty damn good. I didn't need to make everything super duper clean around the joins. Some may argue that I didn't even need to do any joint sealant at all. But I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't much movement going on where they join each other. Any separation or cracks to appear in either tiles or the grout itself.
What do you have? Whoa. Drop it. Oh.
But that does mean we are finally up to tiling. We're slowly getting there, but having this as the foundation ready to go, I'm chuffed.
Yeah, it's gonna come together really quickly, I reckon. All of that is in store for next episode, so we'll see you over there. Want to say goodbye to everybody? Say goodbye.
You're facing the wrong way. They're over there. Close enough.
Strangers.